Be well versed with the term that is bioethanol. So bioethanol is the ethanol which we prepare through biological routes, and if you technically see, then just a second. Hello. So technically, the most of the ethanol which whatever we are using, whether it is for potable purpose or it is for transportation purpose, it is prepared from Saccharomyces. So all most of the ethanol we are using, it is bioethanol only. The ethanol prepared through chemical routes, it is normal. You can call it ethanol. So we are concentrating or we are pressing hard as of now for adoption of this bioethanol. Lot of biomass which is available, and the government is putting lot of effort, putting lot of funds into the research of this particular area, that is lignocellulosic bioethanol, and they are still trying to find out the question, find out the answer, that whether can we produce enough quantity of lignocellulosic bioethanol using these biomass. In European and I think in US, the people started working on this particular aspect, and they established many biorefineries based on this lignocellulosic biomass. But none of them, could be successful because of one or the other reason. Mainly because of the unavailability of sufficient feedstock. But we are lucky in that way that we have a very good agriculture production system with enough cultivable land and enough surplus feedstock. I'm saying not the typical LCA analysis which our expert will be discussing, highlighting the the inputs and all those things. That analysis is yet to be done with respect to the availability of feedstock and what is the life cycle of of the all these technologies in Indian scenario. But yes, theoretically we have around 660 million tons of the lignocellulosic biomass which is available, and almost half of this is you can say available for its conversion into the bioethanol. So we will discuss in bits about the technology as such, and what are the key areas as a student where you can focus. Definitely, the workshop is more concentrated on the LC analysis, but some of the key things which are relevant for the bioethanol aspect as such, I'll be putting some highlights on that. So the the biomass, whatever we are using, whatever we are having, we can use it for multiple purposes. Like uh, m- some part of it is conventionally used as animal feed, and some part is used as industrial raw material also, and some is flowed back into the soil for maintenance of soil quality, and little part as of now is diverted towards the biofuel. uh, it can be through traditional methods like burning. Nowadays pellets are being prepared from the biomass, and these pellets they are being used as source of energy for running the boilers in the powerhouse generation in some of the industries, and then definitely the modern liquid biofuels like bioethanol. So we can use it multiple ways, but again, keeping in view our commitment towards global climate change, we have to see to it whether which of the technology is more environmental friendly, and for that we have to have the LC analysis of each and every technology which we are using. But based on the experience of based on the data of LC analysis, as our expert faculty has shown, that the lignocellulosic biomass, the bioethanol and biogas and all the biofuels, they are comparatively more environmental friendly. So we can try to establish the industry for production, for large scale production of these these fuels in the India. So in that way, the government is putting a lot of effort in this. And this is the result of that effort. If you can see, the ethanol blending program, which was started after 2010, initially it started with 1%, then 2%, and now we are standing at 20%. Soon we will be achieving, it is at present I think 17 or 18%. But last week I think Ministry of Petroleum, they have released data, and they are sure that we will reach 20% ethanol blending by the end of 2025. So, and why this ethanol blending is important? So you can assume from this data from the ministry that by adopting to the ethanol blending, we are saving around 1 lakh crore of rupees of foreign exchange, and we are reducing CO2 emissions to the tune of 544 lakh metric tons, which is a huge number, keeping in view the global climate change. And we are substituting around 181 lakh metric ton of crude oil, which we have a very limited quantity available in our India, and mostly we are importing it from other country, and that's why it is the saving of more than 1 lakh crores. So this is the main reason why government is after the bioethanol, so that it can reduce its dependence on the import of the fuels. Then if you look at the data, the bioethanol production over the years, in this year also we are standing somewhere around 6,350 crore liters of the bioethanol, which we are producing as of now, and it is bioethanol. It is not lignocellulosic ethanol. Okay, bioethanol means which we are getting from all kind of sources produced through biological routes, and lignocellulosic bioethanol or 2G ethanol we call it is from the lignocellulosic biomass. So it is mostly 98% is from the bioethanol, and 2% hardly we are using LCB ethanol, because only few of the biorefineries we have started till now. We'll discuss that, what are the different, at what places we are having these refineries in India. And yeah, it will be clear from this. So we have different sources of this bioethanol in India as of now. And by 2017 and 18, it was C grade heavy molasses, and later on government permitted to use B grade heavy molasses, and also some of the grains it was diverted for the production of bioethanol in India. So C grade molasses is I think many of you must be aware that we get sugar from the sugarcane, right? And once again we are going for pressing of the bagasse, and then again repressing. So initially first two if you remove, it is pure sugar. Initially we take out juice, and then again we are pressing, it is B grade, and then C grade, the leftover material whatever is there, it is your C grade. After getting the crystallized sugar, whatever is left, it is C grade. It is not used for the production of the sugar. So that molasses contains almost 50% of the sugar, and they are used for the production of bioethanol. So earlier it was only C grade molasses, but now B grade molasses also government is allowing to use. And recently the government is also permitting damaged food grains for utilization as feedstock for the preparation of production of bioethanol. So this is a significant shift in policies, and that was basically because earlier there was a lot of fear about the food versus fuel okay, it happens in US in during 1970s that they diverted lot of corn for the bioethanol production, and suddenly the corn prices they were multiple times, and the farmers they had a very hard time to get feed for their poultry, and which is one of the staple food meat you can understand in US. So just to avoid that, the government was little apprehensive in allowing the use of grains for production of bioethanol. But now they are understanding that okay, anyway, it is not say uh, it is not being used for food purpose. That damaged grains in the Food Corporation of India's gas storage houses. So they are diverting it for this particular purpose. So the government is maybe slowly, it is very dynamic actually. When sugar prices they are shooting up, they are stopping utilization of B grade molasses. If they are coming down, then they are again they are allowing. But it is highly regulated from the government. There is no surety that the B grade molasses will be available for the production of ethanol or not. So the industry is also very apprehensive about this, that whether we should upgrade or we should expand our bioethanol production capacity or not, because unless and otherwise you have shortage of certain raw material, then there is no use of expansion. And but as I told, we are producing around 6,300 crore liters, but our to meet the demand of 20% blending, ethanol blending, we will be requiring much more than that, more than 1,000 crore liters of bioethanol will be needed. And there are only few ways that we can achieve that, either to increase the sugarcane production, divert more of the B grade molasses for bioethanol, or we go for second generation bioethanol, or we import. So there are few choices which we have, and if you look at the installed capacity also, you will find that we have around a total capacity of around 700 say million liters, billion liters, but to meet that more than 1,000 billion liters demand of bioethanol for blending, total demand is around 1,500, but the for bioethanol for blending it is around 1,000 billion liters in crore liters. So to augment that, to reduce that demand supply gap, we have to install the new refineries so that we get the desirable amount of this bioethanol. So these are different pathways through which we can we can go for the installation of new say biorefineries based on first generation, which is out of question in a big country like India. We cannot divert our food sources for production of bioethanol. So one can survive without a car, but we cannot survive without a food, definitely. Then second generation is industrial waste, wood, grass, forest residues, and third generation is mainly algal based biofuels, biodiesel and bio oils. And fourth generation we have genetically modified algae, which is not permitted as of now to have the genetically modified organisms utilized for large scale cultivation. Definitely in bioreactors and all those it is permissible, but when you grow the genetically modified organisms in open and that on large scale, there are always chances of contamination, and all those ethical concerns are there. So that is not permitted. So we are left with only two options, that is second generation bioethanol and third generation bioethanol. Algal biofuel, definitely they are promising source, being the photoautotrophic microorganisms require less of the substrate to grow, but require a lot of area to grow. So there we have a limitation of area, And in case of lignocellulosic biomass, we have certain challenges. So we'll discuss that. So this, I think, we have a lot of paddy straw. Wheat residues as such, I would say it is not available for bioethanol conversion. Mostly it is being used as animal feed. Earlier, people were, burning the wheat straw also, but now the land availability is also reducing, and we have good mechanization in place. So wheat straw is not available for as such for the bioethanol production. Yes, sugarcane bagasse definitely we have large area under sugarcane bagasse, and lot of sugarcane bagasse is available, and we can utilize. You can divert them for the bioethanol production. Moreover, the advantages, certain advantages are also there with the bioethanol. Like you will get sugarcane bagasse at a particular place. When you are putting up the sugar mills, at same place we can have biorefineries, the sugarcane bagasse coming out from the sugarcane mills, that can be diverted for the bioethanol also. So you need not to worry about transportation cost. So it is highly concentrated, and you can predict that how much biomass or bagasse will be available, because sugarcane cultivation in India is regulated. It is not like wheat and rice that anybody can grow and anybody can sell. It's not like, it is not the case. For sugarcane cultivation, you have to give prior information to the government that I am putting up sugarcane cultivation in this much area, and I will be supplying this much sugarcane to a particular sugar mill. So it is highly regulated. You can plan your capacity, you can plan your expansion, and you can predict that how much biomass will be available for me during the season to convert the sugarcane bagasse to bioethanol. So in that way, opportunity, keeping in view the less transportation cost and the ensured supply. But on the other hand, the other feedstocks, whether it is rice straw or mustard straw, it is highly scattered, and definitely keeping in view the global climate change, reducing water availability, it may be a challenge to continue with the paddy cultivation in India. Government is giving lot of subsidy. Those who are reading newspapers, they must have read, government will provide 10,000 rupees subsidy to farmers who are growing crops other than rice. So government is discouraging the rice cultivation. So the biorefineries based on rice cultivation or paddy straw may face difficulties in getting ensured supply of the biomass. Definitely the others, they are in very minor quantities, like cotton. There is huge reduction of area in last 2 years. In Haryana only we lost 20% area last year, and even Punjab it's worse. It is 40% area reduction in the cotton due to the secondary pest resurgence and other factors. And rest of the biomass which are there in this particular graph, they are available in minor quantity and in at very scattered location, and the available whatever is available, they have other multiple use among the farming communities. So we are left with two potential, say, biomass, that is paddy straw and sugarcane bagasse. And this is the process of conversion of, say, I would say, how the cellulose and lignocellulose and lignin, they are packed inside the plant cell, and cellulose is around 30 to 60%, 15 to 35% is hemicellulose, and lignin is 10 to 30%. And as our guest speaker also told, lignin is a very energy rich compound. We can use it for multiple purposes, but in a biorefinery setup, it is the main hurdle which is to be removed from the plant material converted into the fermentable sugars. Similarly, hemicellulose, though it can be used by utilizing co-fermenting yeasts, but the main focus as of now is on cellulose always, which can be which can be converted to C6 sugars and can be fermented with traditional Saccharomyces cerevisiae, which is a mature technology, I would say. So if you look at the all these steps, we can utilize the lignocellulosic biomass, but at this we have certain challenges at each step. So the first step, as Dr. Arun was also asking, the pre-treatment is one of the most challenging step, and multiple technologies they have been documented and removal of lignin like biological pre-treatments, but the main problem with that technology is longer residence time. You require 7 to 10 days to achieve delignification of the biomass, and no industry can survive if you are putting up substrate for a one step for 10 days. So it's very difficult. So it is always like you have to process biomass in million tons. So you require minimum residence time for a particular process, whether it is pre-treatment or saccharification or the fermentation. So we at present, as of now, I think most of the pilot scale and commercial scale biorefineries, they are sticking with the dilute pre-treatment methods. Then the second step, which is saccharification of the biomass. Once you have the lignin removed from the plant part, it has to be converted into the fermentable sugars, and for that also you can use the concentrated acids. Again, not a very environmental friendly method, very corrosive, and you require special equipments to carry out that process. So the better environmental friendly alternative is enzymatic saccharification using cellulases. That requires around 2 to 3 days for conversion of 70 to 80% of cellulose and hemicellulose to the fermentable sugars, and we have quite a number of options of cellulases now, but the mainly the commercial cellulase which is available is from Novozyme, and that's there are multiple cellulase cocktails, Celic, CTEC. So they are the pioneer in providing the enzyme solutions for lignocellulosic biorefinery. And then definitely the fermentation is mature technology. You utilize saccharification cerevisiae to achieve the fermentation. But here also, as I told, the inhibitors produced during the pre-treatment, they are very detrimental for the fermentation, and you have to look for the yeast strains which can tolerate more of these inhibitors without affecting the bioethanol production efficiency. So the few of the limitations I have mentioned here, like high utility requirement, so it is a cost intensive process. Then feedback inhibition from these inhibitors is again a challenge and a time consuming process definitely, but if we have to protect the environment, we have to reduce dependency on the fossil fuels, we have to go for it. Then this is the group of lignocellulosic degrading fungi. So many of you must have read during your courses also. So we have three major groups which is involved in lignocellulosic degradation: brown rot, white rot, and soft rot fungi. And generally this brown rot fungi is enzymes from brown rot fungi. It is utilized for saccharification of the biomass. Though bacteria, they are also reported to produce these cellulase enzymes, but they are normally cell-bound enzymes and not that much effective in the degradation. Under natural setup, yeah, definitely they carry out a substantial part of conversion of this lignocellulosic biomass to fermentable sugars, but not many commercial formulations from the bacterial sources it is available in the market. So these are the three enzymes. So cellulase is we normally call this complex. It is not a single enzyme. It is a three enzyme mixture consisting of endoglucanase, exoglucanase, and the beta glucosidase. So each enzyme carry out a separate. Oh, it is not there. So endoglucanase it cut the cellulose chains randomly. Then exoglucanase it act from the non-reducing ends, producing cellobiose, and finally the beta glucosidase it convert the cellobiose to the glucose. So this enzyme complex, though it is theoretically it is able to convert all the cellulose and hemicellulose cellulose into the sugars, but always we have hemicellulose is associated with the cellulose. So we have to utilize certain accessory enzymes also like xylanases, then arabinofluoronosidases, manases to improve the saccharification efficiency. So it is always a cocktail of enzymes which synergistically act to produce to produce the C6 and C5 sugars. Then one of the interesting area where we are largely dependent on the foreign players, that is cellulase production, and it is the most important enzyme in the lignocellulosic bioethanol production process. And if you look at the projections, we will be uh, using the cellulase enzymes to the tune of 32 billion USD. So it's a big number, and we are most of the times we are dependent on the foreign players like Genencor and Novozymes. So one of the important area where we can have some good enzyme producers, and we can uh, use it for large scale production of these enzymes. So these are some of the enzymes which are commercially available from Novozyme, Merck, some Yakult, and Creative Enzymes, and Genencor. But most of the market is captured by first three: Celix, CTEC2, Cellulocast, and Care Enzymes. Some of the key players in India also we have advanced bioenzymes, Biocon, ultra freeze enzymes, KPs, Noor enzymes, IFF, and MAPS enzyme. Prior to 2015, there were only two Indian players were there, but now many people they are coming up and setting up this cellulase production industries. So this is just for comparison of the available enzymes in the market, and you will find the CTEC is always having a very high activity in terms of FPU per ml compared to the other alternatives which we have in market. Now this is the present status of 2G ethanol production in India. We have three refineries as of now which is set up by Government of India. Panipat 2G refinery of capacity 100 kiloliter per day. It is in function, it is working, though not at 100% capacity, but it is running at around 60 to 70% capacity as of now. Then Bhatinda refinery, it is yet to be commissioned fully. Then Bargarh Odisha refinery, again it is it is under construction. So capacity using these biorefineries. So still there is a wide gap between the demand and supply of 2G ethanol, and the future of 2G ethanol in India, I would say, will depend on success of these three refineries at Panipat, Bhatinda, and Odisha, because assured feedstock supply is a very big issue. You need a big catchment area to run the industry 365 days in a year. So that much feedstock availability is has to be ensured by the government, because rice cultivation is again scattered. So if you look at the catchment area of Panipat, farmers, the government is procuring the paddy straw from the farmers at 1500 rupees per acre as of now. They have they are giving this rate only, which is not say very remunerative, and that to that collection and then transporting to the nearest center will again cost a lot of money. So why the farmers would bother to take that much of biomass and transport it to the nearby center, though they are supplying the balers to the local farmers in each village. They are supplying one or two. Government is providing subsidy for that, but I think it will take time to adopt the technology. Adoption of technology by the farmers is a little bit tricky always. They may or take it, or they may not take it. During November, December, you might be seeing the pollution thing, and now the government is little bit harsh and very hard on that aspect. So they are not burning it, but burning of this biomass is not by choice for farmers, it is by compulsion. They need their fields clear before the sowing of wheat, so they are doing for that purpose only, and the only solution for that is the mechanization. So unless and otherwise we go for mechanization for harvesting, mechanization for baling and transportation, proper transportation and storage of paddy straw, it will be a challenge for the refinery to run uh, throughout the year. So let's see what will be the fate of these two 2G bioethanol refineries. Maybe in 2-3 years the picture will be clear. So this is some of our work. Maybe we can skip that. So what are the opportunities, and how can we really work in that particular area? Is that we have to look for the enzymes which can be utilized for large scale production of the enzymes at site. Wherever we have refineries, we can set up the enzyme production units also. And again, process optimization for scale up, again a big challenge. Like you cannot use the same machinery for sugarcane bagasse and for paddy straw. Paddy straw contains 10 to 12% silicon. So silicon is very corrosive, and its disposal is very challenging. When we do lab experiments, it's very easy to do 5-10 grams we are taking, and you hardly see any silicon, right? But when you take up 100 tons of the paddy straw during the pre-treatment and then saccharification, you will have hundreds of kg of silicon, which will choke your filters, which will choke your machinery. So to remove that silicon, again a challenge, and that too even for the rice we have different varieties. Some of the high yielding varieties, they have more lignin. Basmati rice has got less lignin. So we have to have tailor made solutions for pre-treatment, for saccharification. So that aspect is also untouched. We are saying, okay, this treatment is good for this crop, this treatment is good for this crop. So it may not work for a big country in India, like India, where we have very diverse variation between the varieties, composition of biomass between the varieties. And using the same machinery for sugarcane bagasse and paddy straw, again it's out of question. Both of these, they have very different composition and require different set of treatment. So again, the ensured supply of the biomass for sustaining the operations of big biorefineries will be a challenge. Then formulation development for these cellulases is also a challenging task you can take up, and definitely commercialization will be possible only if we have ensured feedstock and cheaper enzymes and tailor-made solutions for the different biomass whatever we are having. So thank you. This was in brief about the present status, and we can have some questions now. Ashok, sorry, Dr. Ashok. So at present we are using dilute acid treatment for the pre-treatment purpose. Yes, yes. So because very uh, biological treatment, it's a very good way, but again residence time is a problem. Ionic liquids, you are telling, yes, it's a very good option, but again the cost of those ionic liquids is is very high, and it is not viable to utilize those costly chemicals for pre-treatment. It will increase the cost. Yeah, cost is very high. Yes, definitely. Any more questions? So anything left? We have 10 minutes more to go for tea. You can ask any more question from our guest also.
So as we discussed the ethanol blending with petrol and sometimes with gasoline, the ethanol blending with petrol isn't contribute to greenhouse emission, and why don't we just use 100% ethanol?
And Preeti, and see, um, it's possible. In Brazil, I think we are using petrol with vehicles with which are running on 100% ethanol, and some part we are using vehicles which are running on 85% ethanol. So that will require a complete shift to those vehicles, which will require specially designed engines and all those. So that complete shift is not possible as of now. And the secondly, we are struggling to get 20% ethanol blending. So we have to have ethanol also, no, for that. So in a shift wise manner, we have to shift our crop rotations. We have to really have some viable and sustainable technologies for conversion of the biomass into bioethanol. Then only we can think about moving towards 20 and 25. Government is very keen. Those who are following Nitin Gadkari and Ministry of Petroleum, they will realize he is after bioethanol just like anything, and now hydrogen also. So he want everything to run on the bioethanol and biohydrogen. But we have to ensure the supply. There is no point of importing bioethanol from China and then using it for the transport purpose, right? So it has to be a viable solution. So slowly we can shift the cropping patterns. We can slowly build up the capacities to produce that much of ethanol, and then only we can move in a better way. Yeah.
Um, the environmental benefits are the same if you use it in pure form or if you blend it. Yeah, it just depends if you have 1 liter of ethanol. If you use it purely, due to the technical difficulties, but or if you blend it, it's just depending on the amount of ethanol you have, because per liter of ethanol you save a certain amount of greenhouse gases compared to gasoline, and it does not matter if you blend the gasoline or if you use it pure. Yeah, that's important.
Yeah, there are obvious greenhouse gas emission benefits from using bioethanol, as professor is telling. But again, it has to be viable, and it has to be theoretically and practically possible for us to shift to that. Yeah, okay, we can
Just last question. So, if when we see in the like literature here and there, the process of conversion is multi-steps, right?
Yeah.
So some authors are proposing single step without lignin. Don't need to separate the lignin, but still we can convert. So I don't know what is the single step process to to decrease the energy consumption. They are suggesting a single step strategy.
Yeah, actually there are multiple ways.
Can you
You
please?
can you can use separate saccharification and hydrolysis. You can use a single pot method also. But you see, without removing lignin, you cannot achieve even 40% conversion efficiency, saccharification efficiency I am talking, leave about fermentation efficiency. Even 40% saccharification efficiency is a very big task in presence of the lignin, because the lignin binds to the cellulases. It reduces the efficiency of the cellulases. Moreover, the accessibility of the cellulase enzyme for the cellulose is also less in presence of the lignin. So unless and otherwise you remove the lignin, you loosen up the structure of lignocellulose, it's not possible to achieve saccharification, high saccharification efficiency and high fermentation efficiency. So those are theoretical things. They looks good in bioresource technology papers, but practically it is very difficult. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So let's wait for tea, and maybe we have a few minutes left. The participants, they can introduce themselves so that they can get to know about each other. Name, the class, the affiliation, and basically you are from.
From MSc second year, microbiology.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Pragya Sharma, studying in microbiology semester 2. I am from Bihar. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am Diksha from MSc first year and I am also from Haryana.
Hello everyone, myself Preetima Samal. I am from Odisha. I am currently studying MSc microbiology in first year and I am from Central University, Haryana.
Good afternoon, everyone. Myself Harshita Nagar. I am from this university only and I am from UP.
Very good afternoon to everyone. I am Dr. Ashok Babati. I am from Hyderabad. I did PhD in chemistry, but I worked a lot of things related to biophysics. Currently, I am an assistant professor in Department of Chemistry, Central University of Karnataka. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Ankita Thakur. I'm from Bihar and I'm pursuing my master's in microbiology from this university only. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Garima and right now I'm doing my master's in microbiology from this university only, and I'm from Haryana. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am Anusha. I'm a research scholar from Central University of Haryana. I am basically from Kerala.
Warm wishes to all. My name is Yatin. I'm in fourth year PhD microbiology. I'm working in the field of molecular microbiology.
Hello everyone, myself Sachin Mishra. I am a student of MSc microbiology. I am from Ayodhya, Uttar Pradesh.
Hello everyone, I'm Priyanka. I'm doing PhD from Central University of Haryana in microbiology.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ayush Mathur, and I'm doing PhD from Central University of Haryana. And my research focus is like biofuels and valorization of biomass. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Amanjot Kaur. I'm working on basically biofuel production from lignocellulosic biomass. I'm a PhD student from Central University of Haryana itself.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Kavita. I am pursuing PhD from Kurukshetra University and I am from Haryana.
Hello, everyone. I'm Monica Chahar. I'm basically from Haryana and I'm a second year PhD student at Kurukshetra University.
Hello everyone, my name is Manisha and I am from Central University of Punjab.
Hello everyone, this is Zahiruddin Sheikh. I am a PhD in
Mental Sciences at Central University of Haryana and I belong to Rohtak.
Hello everyone, my name is Meena Yadav and I am pursuing my Masters in Environmental Science and I am also studying in CUH and I am basically from Rajasthan. Thank you.
Good afternoon everyone. My name is Jyoti. I am research scholar in Department of Microbiology from Central University of Haryana.
Good evening all of you. My name is Vikas Kumar, a PhD scholar from Environmental Science. I belongs to Haryana.
A very good afternoon everyone. My name is Jyotsna and I am from Haryana and I am a PhD scholar in the Department of Environmental Science in this university, Central University of Haryana.
Hello everyone, I am Rohit. I am from Charkhi-Dadri, Haryana and I am pursuing my PhD from Central University of Haryana in Department of Microbiology.
Good evening, myself Gyanin Pratap. I am from Jawaharlal Nehru University pursuing Environmental Science MSc second year student. Basically I am from Balia, UP.
Hi, I am Prakriti. I am from Himachal, Shimla, and I am pursuing PhD in Department of Microbiology. Thank you.
We have people from diverse, parts of India, and from few of the institutes like Central University Punjab, Jammu, and Karnataka. Also, we have one faculty participant. So it's a good opportunity. That is, advantage of having offline programs. You interact with each other. You will have one or two connection in each of the university from where participants are coming. So because this is not a very tightly packed schedule, so you will have time to interact with each other and get to know each other. And the traditional lignocellulosic biomass ethanol production and maybe biodiesel production, that we have many experts in India. So you can learn, you can attend some other training program, you can discuss with your teachers, but we have very few LCA experts in India. Okay, so that's why we are organizing this program. Try to have some cues from our expert, because LCA will vary depending on area, depending on the crop, depending on the process which you are using. So you have ample opportunity. The same principles will apply for each and every process. You have to just understand the process, and then you have to utilize that that data set for analysis of any life cycle of any process. So make best use of Professor Youngmere, who is here for next 4 more days, and you can just talk to him. You can catch hold of him in guest house also after prior appointment. Okay, maybe during the dinner walk, or maybe you can join him for morning walk. Okay, just take him around the campus and try to extract as much as possible from him, learn from him. It's a rare opportunity to have the senior people. The first thing, they are not coming for 5-7 days to engage in these academic activities, but we are fortunate and we are really thankful to our guest faculty for giving consent and making it to that to Mahendragarh. Many people, they are afraid of coming to Mahendragarh from Delhi even. Okay, but he has come from Austria, so it's a great and so kind of you. And really we look forward to have very fruitful sessions in next coming 4 days. So thank you. So I think tea is coming. We will have tea and